Hello there. So it's been a little bit, and I just wanted to, I guess, process it. Well, it was still happening. So obviously we covered last time. Let me change this. So we covered last time about Kathleen Kennedy potentially stepping down, and it was denied, obviously. Um, But the thing is, it took them like 3 or 4 days to actually come out and deny it. But as this article says, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy not retiring, but has begun process to find Star Wars successor. I don't understand what she would just use John Favreau. Just promote him to the fucking president, keep Dave as chief creative officer, bring Sam Witwer in, bring some of the old guys in, man, bring some of the old people that know what they're doing, you know. But let's get into this. This week, Hollywood went into hyperdrive after a report said Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy retire by year's end. That led to speculation over who would replace her in one of the industry's most high profile jobs. There was even some question as to whether or not she was leaving voluntarily or if Disney was pushing her out. Now, Kennedy has addressed that report head on. Kathleen Kennedy says she is not retiring as the head of Disney Star Wars just yet. She also says that she'll never stop making movies. But Kennedy said that she's had discussions with her bosses for a couple of years about who her eventual successor will be. And it sounds like even if she's still Lucasfilm president in 2026, her tenure at the helm of Star Wars is ultimately getting close to an end. And fucking that's a perfect that is like the perfect picture. I'm saving that. Let's get back into this. The truth is, and I just want to say this loud and clear, I am not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. That's the first thing that's important to say. I am not retiring. I I kind of wish she was. I can't lie to you. I really, really wish that she was. She has just done more damage to Star Wars than helping it. I mean, it's just utterly ridiculous, man. I genuinely I don't know. That's what Kennedy told Deadline's Mike Fleming Jr. about the report that she's stepping down as the leader of the Star Wars franchise and Lucasfilm this year. Instead, she says that she's had long talked with very supportive superiors, Disney CEO Bob Iger and the company's co-chairman Alan Bergman about who will take over for her eventually. Kennedy wouldn't confirm if any of the candidates is the favorite to be next in charge of Star Wars as Lucasfilm's next president, but she did say that she has a bunch of people internally to handle the business creative side. I don't know. It's it's just a roller coaster of emotions because you got Disney br- not confirming or denying it for a couple of days. And then you got, of course, it's been denied, but she might name her successor relatively soon, while Kathleen Kennedy is focused on producing both the Mandalorian movie and Sean Levy's Star Wars film. What even is Sean Levy's Star Wars movie? Like, I genuinely don't know what the fuck that is. Sean Levy is directing a Star Wars movie that is currently in development at Lucasfilm. Film is expected to take place after episode 9. Director, producer, writer Jonathan Tropper also co-wrote The Adam Project. This is Where I Leave You. Ryan Gosling is in talks to star in the film. Film is a standalone project that is not connected to the Skywalker saga. Film is expected to have a smaller budget than previous Disney era films. Film is described as a more contained story. Okay. Development on the project has been slow, partly due to the 2023 labor strikes in Hollywood. Production may be starting sooner than expected. Okay. Let's check out Wikipedia. When Kathleen brought me aboard to make a Star Wars movie, her central mandate was to me, I want a Sean Levy movie. I want a story and tone that reflects you and your taste and what you bring to your movies with a Star Wars story. So I felt extremely empowered. Currently in development. Okay, well, can we get some more about it? Take place possibly 5 to 6 years after the events of episode 9. May include sequel trilogy characters. I really want to craft something that felt organic to me, both in tone and characters. So I think that there is certainly the force and a connection to something bigger than our individual selves. And that way, and the way that it can make us powerful. Those themes combined with the visual delight and wish fulfillment. That's stuff. George Lucas, The Wills of the Force. That's the not even just the will of the Force, the wills, the actual fucking sentience that pretty much, the people that Yoda saw in the Clone Wars. That is what's bigger. That them and the will of the Force. I don't know. I don't know, man. All right. Production is going slow. Levy spoke with a happy stated that the experience of creating a Star Wars film has forced him to think on what Star Wars is, as there are only so many times Star Wars films could revisit the same part of the timeline. See, that's where I do agree. Because as much as I love Anakin, Luke, Leia, Obi-Wan, the prequels, the originals, I'm sick and tired of everything connecting back to the Skywalker saga. I think it's time we move away. And I'm not talking about in the future. I want the old Republic. Bring in Revan, Malak, Malgus, Nihilus, Vitiate. Just bring them in. Bring in the Mandalorian Wars, the Jedi and Sith Wars, Bane. Just bring them all, man. Just go back in time in the Star Wars universe and bring the fucking old Republic into canon. I mean, I know there's bits and parts of it that I guess technically are canon. Bring them all in. Just please, man. Just please. Oh my God. That's that one. The good people over at Star Wars News that we always use. Sorry, I wasn't following y'all on my Tales from Peridia account. Follow them on my normal account. This I don't have much to say on it. I have never been to Smuggler's Run. I've never been to Galaxy's Edge. But New Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run ride experience featuring the Mandalorian and Grogu will debut on May 22nd, 2026 at Galaxy's Edge. So you got obviously Tatooine and the Sandcrawler that the Jawas use. Utini. You've got bits and parts of the Death Star too, which I'm assuming that's at Endor. Well, it's got to be Endor. Where the fuck else could it be? And this is what I don't get. So we're at Bespin. There's the Imperials. And then you come over here and you got the fucking Razor Crest. First off, what? I don't know, man. I genuinely I do not know. I've really got nothing much to say on it because I do not, like I said, I've never been. But that's just fucking ridiculous. It makes no sense timeline wise. But whatever. Now this, whoa, hold up. This is new to me. Osgood Perkins, director of Longlegs and the Monkey, wants a Star Wars film on Darth Vader's dreams. Yo, that would be fucking sick. That would be awesome, dude. Oh, please. Then, of course, as everybody's seen, and of course, that we talked about on Nerds Galore yesterday, Mara Jade's lightsaber hilt will be sold by Disney for $325. It will be limited to 3,500 globally, split between Disney parks and online. And of course, you got Mara Jade, her hilt, the Emperor's hand. And I'm really hoping that this brings Mara, this is like a step closer into bringing that part of Star Wars into canon. I know I said I want to go back in time, go to the Old Republic, but yo, if they genuinely adapt this and make small changes to, I guess, include it within the Mandoverse and Ahsoka and all that, I will be fine with that. Do not change Mara Jade. Unfortunately, I already know that everything ends up leading to Luke being a fuckwad, going to Octo, and I don't like that. I genuinely don't like that. So I am nervous about that. Nervous that everything's gonna, lead up to that because it has to, unfortunately. But I am excited because if they bring Heir to the Empire, like Dave's movie, whatever it is, if they genuinely adapt it and just, make certain tweaks and changes, oh my god, dude, I'll be so happy. But there's also been reports that Zendaya will be, I guess she's like the head honcho for the role. Like she's the one that Disney or Lucasfilm wants. That's fine. That's I don't care. You can get an orange person, a purple person, black person, white person, get a fucking rainbow colored person, man. I don't give a fuck. As long as it has the red hair and emerald green eyes. You nail that, please, for the love of God. And you have to keep the story arc of Mara wanting to kill Luke. Spoiler alert for a book that came out in like 1991, 92. But yeah, Mara Jade, Luke's wife in the EU, did not like him. He ruined her life. I'm not going to get into how, but she wants to kill him. But she comes around, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of about all the Star Wars news that I have. for everybody. It was a very emotional roller coaster of 2 weeks, for me at least. And I know I'm late to get into this, but it's okay. But yeah, keep an eye out. We've got a lore video coming out in the next few days. And on Tales from Peridia, we have a interview with Darth Draven from the Sith Ascendancy. So go check it out. Super great dude. And if anybody out there is wanting to go to the coolest sci-fi convention in Nashville, Tennessee, go to iccnashville.com, pick up some tickets, book your hotel, and use code SWNerd10 and get 10% off your tickets, including VIP. It's going to be great. It's the 30th anniversary for the Ninja Turtles. They're going to have Sebulba, Taun We. They're going to have freaking Watto. They've got Warwick Davis. There's Roger Christian, fucking Star Wars Theory. And then you got, people like me and Gazer, Halfwit, freaking Battle Packs, fucking Kyber Forged, Tony, Ricky, like we're all going to ICCC. So go pick up your tickets, save some money, and may the force be with you always. Peace.
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.